My name is Hamdan Shamsi. I'm from Al. I work in different mediums like paintings, photography, mixed media and collage.
My name is Asma Khouri. I'm from Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and I'm a visual artist.
My name is Taqwa Naqbi and I'm from United Arab Emirates. I live in a small village called Rakan.
I'm Aisha Juma. I'm a visual artist from Dubai.
My name is Meta Abdallah. I'm a visual artist and I'm based in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. So our first destination into this whole residency was visiting Liechtenstein. It was very small, however it had a lot of culture, history to it, and especially towards the art, and I think that's because the prince has he's like a massive collector.
Thanks to the princely collection, which has already a very long tradition, 400 years, we are, in comparison to other countries in Europe, we have the most density of museums in Europe, and we have a lot of art showing in Liechtenstein.
We have a special room with an exhibition with these pieces of art. They are done in wood. The artist especially from here, this is Mr. Rudolf Schädler from Triesenberg, and he is a famous artist here in Liechtenstein. He was walking in the mountains, he was looking for wood, and he was imagining what it could be. And then he has done these pieces of art. So he was really an artist.
We are a very old company. It was established in 1836 by my grandfather, and they started here with tiles for heating ovens. It was an alpine style to heat houses.
I believe in every experience you get knowledge of the space of culture, and it's very important for me as a human being as well as an artist to be exposed to different cultures and to get the chance to see a variety of art. For me, the most exciting thing is getting the chance to go up in the mountains and experience the snowstorm, which is a bit dramatic for some people, but for me, you know, coming from UAE, it's a new thing for me to experience the snow.
After we visited Liechtenstein, we came to Vienna.
And my first impression of the city was I felt like it's an open museum. Everything around me described beauty, poetry, music, art, and architecture. I feel like the city is very welcoming. Everywhere you go, you get to visit like the small hidden places and also the big, massive, welcoming architectural places as well.
As to say about the foundation, Maria Lasnik didn't have any children and there were no relatives. She was really a single person. And so she decided already in the year 2000 that her legacy should go to a foundation on her death. And she very much handpicked a board of the foundation, and in this board of the foundation she asked me in 2002 if I would be part of it, and since 2014 we are taking care of her legacy.
I think what's exciting in the space to connect also in your experience, in your awareness, the different parts of the works. The tensions in between the works, but also the kind of the coincidences which you can find in between the different media. There is a deepness also in these images, also a dynamic, and somehow it echoes also the dynamic and the curving of the walls in the space.
There's one specific museum that I enjoyed, which is the relation between the Japanese and the European art. I never really thought of the connection that happens between those two. And it's really interesting to see how one related to another and one influenced the other in so many different aspects.
So this museum was quite boring museum until 20 years ago. When the museum was modernized, we also got on loan, on permanent loan, the collection Batlina, which is a collector that lives in Vaduz, where you've just been visiting. And he gave on permanent loan 500 pieces from his collection to the museum to be shown permanently. And we really have highlights of the 20th century, beginning with the beginning of modernism, impressionism, up to very contemporary pieces of art that we are going to see.
I like also from this trip that it brings more than one artist together. Usually I would do a residency alone and somewhere else, but now we are like 5 artists together, so we have a greater chance to exchange ideas and discuss about our point of views, and we share our experiences together. So it was really rich experience.
So the princely Liechtenstein family owns 2 buildings in Vienna, both from the Baroque period. And in the one, in the Liechtenstein Summer Palace, we show a beautiful selection of masterpieces dating from the early Renaissance up to the High Baroque. And in the Liechtenstein City Palace, we show paintings and porcelain and also furniture from the Biedermeier period and the Classicism.
And the same prince actually who bought this place, who was an ancestor of the family, Prince Hans Adolf I, he was also the guy who bought Liechtenstein.
I was fascinated by the decoration interior of the 2 palaces actually. The second more than the first one. And because I'm interested in the interiors. When I travel to different countries, sometimes when I get the chance to go to any of the palaces, I go and try to enjoy and as well imagine how was it like to be living in such place.
It will be the first time that the princely collections will be in Abu Dhabi with an exhibition, so we are very excited about this fact and about this collaboration, also with Emirati artists. We will show an exhibition on the topic of landscape paintings with the title Distant Prospects. For me, it's very important to have Emirati artists visiting the Liechtenstein palaces here in Vienna. I think they profit a lot from seeing the artworks from the princely collections, seeing the palaces and learning more about the history of Liechtenstein, of the princely house and also of the history of the princely collections. For me, it's interesting as well and amazing to meet them and to exchange between the old world of ancient art and the new world of contemporary art.
How are you? Please join me here. There's so many things to do, so I hope it's not your last visit to Vienna.
No, it isn't.
We welcome the artists here in Vienna as part of their tour in Europe. This is something we see a lot of value for because it allows the artists to expose themselves to the art's history, but at the same time it allows the people here in Vienna to understand what the UAE artists know and their background as well as their work here in Vienna. In this specific case, art is an important tool for cultural diplomacy. It will allow not only strengthening the cooperation between the two countries, but it would also allow the UAE to be understood, the UAE values to be understood, the UAE art scene to be seen and recognized in wider areas, and definitely will put Abu Dhabi and the UAE in the bigger map of art globally.
The initiative by ADMAF to bring 5 contemporary artists to witness, to explore, to get the feeling for what about this collection. I think this is an amazing project, and I can see, traveling with the artists, which deep impact it has on them.
Thank you so much, ADMAF, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity.
It's been pretty amazing.
I feel like each and every one of us got something out of this trip.
I feel very privileged to have this opportunity.
I appreciate it. It is really a very impressive program.
I think it's again a proof what this foundation does, and it's not only for United Emirates, it's really reaching out further to the world and building bridges. And it's not only for people in the Arab world, it's also for us. We learn. I learned a lot, we learn, my friends learn, and I think it's an addition to a better world, to a more peaceful world, since art is one of the most bridged we know it. It's the beauty in music, in visual arts, in dance, in talks, and to get to know each other in a better way.